Hello, welcome to another Top 5 here at MacGuffinPodcast.com. I am Brandi.
And I'm Allen.
And today is going to be part 1 of a very special 2-part Top 5. I am going to do my Top 5 movies I can't believe Allen hasn't seen. And Allen is going to do his Top 5 movies he can't believe I haven't seen.
Yep.
And then later on, after we've watched these movies finally for the first time, we'll do a follow-up and say what we thought about them.
There are a lot of movies out there, and we try to watch all of them, but there are a few notable ones that we missed out on. So,
everybody's got the holes in what they've seen, so...
Yes,
all right, here we go.
Let's do this.
All right, I'll start. All right, my first 2 ones, are not, it's not necessarily, like, insane that you haven't seen them, but they're just big favorites of mine, so I feel like in order for me to be able to reference them and such, you need to see them. And number 5 is My Cousin Vinny, which is honestly so funny. Yeah. And, you know, I quote it a lot, so I want you to know what quotes I'm using. Great performances from Ralph Macchio, Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei, Fred Gwynn. It's a lot of fun, and it's on cable all the time, so I'm a little...
Yeah, I've seen it, like, I've passed by it, like, on cable and stuff, and I am embarrassed that I haven't seen this, because I love Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci's awesome.
It's a really good performance from him.
God, yeah, I know I've seen, like, scenes, but I haven't seen it all the way through, so
you gotta rent it, you gotta begin at the beginning, and you gotta just enjoy, because really, like, Vinny Gambini is just such a good character.
All right,
and you will like it.
I'm sure I will. I don't know if you're going to like my number 5 pick, but when I saw it on your list, I was like, I have to add it. We just talked about it on our sci-fi list. It is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay.
I just kind of want to know what your feelings are about this film. I know a particular person from the podcast thinks this is overrated. I won't say their name, John. But I really think this is a film that you really need to check out just to have an opinion.
Aren't there a lot of people now who kind of think it's overrated and sort of go like, oh yeah, Kubrick's a master,
I don't
but it's
think
pretty
it's overrated.
boring.
I think it's great. Even though I don't really understand what he's trying to say with these huge black monoliths and how it sort of like affects people and like changes them and evolves them and everything. It's just really, really weird. I mean, I can explain to you the ending, but I don't think I'd be spoiling it for you at all. Because even if you watched it, you probably wouldn't understand. I mean, not that I'm judging your understanding of the film at all, but I really think you should definitely check it out. So
well, now I have to.
Yeah, now you have to. Yes.
So, all right. Number 4 is one that I also mention a lot, and just pretty, at least top 20, if not top 10 films of all time, and that is Broadcast News, which I will loan you my new Criterion edition of it that is very fancy. You know, James L. Brooks has been mentioned a few times here on the podcast as being very hit or miss, sort of interesting filmmaker, but I mean, as good as it gets, and Broadcast News are his masterpieces, and I know you love As Good as It Gets, so I really think you're going to love this one.
Actually, you're going to be proud of me because I have actually put Broadcast News at number 1 on my queue, and it should be arriving tomorrow. So I will definitely check that out. I'm actually pretty excited. You know, I like James L. Brooks, and I hear Jack Nicholson makes a cameo. I'm a huge Jack Nicholson fan, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Broadcast News. Yes. Cool. My number 4 film, I actually kind of freaked out the last time I mentioned this, knowing that you had not seen it. It's from 1983, and it is Scarface.
Okay.
This film, I don't know, Al Pacino, I think, has gotten a lot of criticism for his portrayal of Tony Montana. People say that he goes totally over the top, but you know what? He's supposed to go over the top in this film. That's what's so great about it. Tony Montana is not one of those characters that's supposed to be introverted and quiet, you know? He's supposed to be this loud, brash kind of a
Who the hell else
criminal.
is even in this movie? Like, I don't even know.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer is in it.
I like her.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio is in it. F. Murray Abraham is in it. You know, some yes, Robert Loggia is in it too. Yes, just
such a boy movie.
Which is probably why I love it. Lots of action, lots of violence, great dialogue, just so many quotable lines. I can go all night with that movie. Easy. That's not what I meant. And then there's that the final shootout scene that I'm sure you're aware of.
Spoilers.
Come on now. Totally awesome. Please check it out. And tell me that you love it.
Speaking of boy movies, this number 3 is for your own good. Like, I can't believe you've never seen this, all right? Like, turn in your man card, you've never seen Animal House. Like, honestly. And I like it too, but, like, this is just like...
Yeah, I know. I've been like, it's been on my list for like forever, and I've always been like, oh, there's Animal House. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait till next tomorrow.
Funny. It is. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
There's a
I'm
reason
sure.
why
Yeah.
it's a classic. So.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it is. I mean, I can't wait to watch it. As soon as,
what do you have against it?
I have nothing against it. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, there's something about me that's just like, I'll wait till tomorrow, and then tomorrow is like 5 years from now. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm gonna watch it now.
Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be great. Anyway, all right, let's move on to my number 3. My number 3 film. It's not really like eye-opening, like, oh my god, how come you haven't seen this? But I really like this film. It's from 1967. It stars Paul Newman, and it is Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, it is really dumb that I've never seen this.
Cool Hand Luke. This is an awesome movie.
And I love Paul Newman. Like, I used to have a wallet where, like, it had a slide-in picture for the front of the wallet, and instead of, like, someone that I knew in there, I had a picture of Paul Newman. So,
wow, if you love Paul Newman so much, how did you miss this movie?
I don't know.
It goes right up there with The Hustler, The Sting, Butch Cassidy,
which
and
are all
Sundance
great
Kid.
movies that I have seen.
I mean, I feel maybe Cool Hand Luke is better than all of those. You need to really check it out, man.
I don't know. I guess because it's long. Like, it's pretty long, isn't it? Like, sometimes I am that person who will be like, oh, choose between 2 movies. One's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and one's like an hour and 50 minutes.
Well,
and that 20 minutes is going to make a huge difference to me.
Good movies are never too long. So it doesn't really matter how long this movie is because it is good. And I'm sure you're going to like it.
I'm just saying, like,
and then you're
going
to come back and you'll be like, oh my god, what's wrong with me? Why didn't I see this before?
I know.
So.
That would be like one of my favorites. I'm sure. No, okay. I'm glad to have the homework assignment. Okay. Okay, and my number 2 film is I kind of have the same thing to say that I had to say about Animal House, which is just like, I mean, how are you even getting by in life without getting the references? Because, like, you've never seen Caddyshack.
Yeah, I know. People bust out the references, I'm just like, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I know. I am completely being humbled. Is it really that good?
That's funny. I mean, like, you need to see it so that it can stop being like build up and it can just be like a funny movie that you saw.
I know. I feel like a lot of the ones that I haven't seen are like getting the stature built up that as soon as I watch it, it's gonna be like,
yeah. Don't go into it like that. Just be like, okay, this is gonna be like a movie full of like silly one-liners and madcap craziness and full of actors that everybody likes.
Oh yeah.
So.
But I'm glad I got the homework.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's move on to my number 2. My number 2 film. It's surprising how much you love Dirty Harry, and the fact that you haven't seen this other Clint Eastwood film called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I know.
Oh my God. To me, this is my favorite Western. I mean, this goes above pretty much everything John Ford made.
Yeah, this has been on the to-do
Wild
list
Bunch,
for a long time.
Everything. It's just so awesome. You got Clint Eastwood playing Blondie, or the man with no name. You have Lee Van Cleef as Angel Eyes, the bad. And then you have Eli Wallach, who gives probably the best performance as Tuco, the ugly. It's a story about these 3 guys who are all trying to get this gold
so one's
buried.
good and one's bad and one's ugly?
Exactly. Yes. Just one of those great epic films that Sergio Leone made. And God, the ending, you're going, oh God, I don't know how you're not going to like the ending scene where they finally find the gold in the graveyard. Oh my God, it's gonna be so awesome.
So they find it?
No, it's not. It's spoiler alert. Trust me. It's more than just that. Trust me. Yes.
Alan.
That's not the spoiler.
Alan.
Let's keep going.
All right. Well, they find some treasure at the end of this one, too. And I'm just telling you right now that they find the fucking treasure at the end of Goonies, which you have never seen. It's like, I know that's the theme of the list, but I mean, how did you make it out of your childhood without having seen it.
I have no idea why I never saw this film. All my friends can quote this film like endlessly, but I don't know why it just never came to me.
Have you been like really built up like on this one as well? Like, I want you to just pretend like it's a movie you've never heard of, and then just like.
Okay, it's a film that I've never heard of before. Yes. Okay, yeah. I don't know. My roommate has this film, and I don't know why I've never like walked over to his room and be like, hey, can I borrow this? You know. But I'm glad that I'm going to be able to watch it finally, and yeah, have an opinion about it. So. It's hurting.
For your own good.
For my own good. Okay. All right. For your own good, you have to watch this film. I was really surprised. This one was really the big one. Can you please explain to me and the viewers why you have not seen The Godfather Part 2 yet?
I don't know. I've seen the first one like 3 times.
Oh my god. This is like not saying you haven't seen.
I kept being like I saw The Godfather and I was like, oh, I gotta watch Godfather 2. Like, Godfather's awesome. And then enough time passed that I was like, I should really watch the first one again before I watch the second one.
This is like not seeing.
That happened again.
This is like not seeing The Wizard of Oz or Casablanca or any of those films. These are like.
I know someone who's never seen Casablanca. Can you believe it?
Oh my god, that can't be true.
His name starts with S and he works on this podcast.
Well, we won't talk about that. Let's talk about Godfather Part 2. If you like Godfather Part 1, Godfather Part 2 is just bigger, more epic. I mean, you have Robert De Niro playing the young Vito Corleone. You have Al Pacino continuing the story
I know who's
of
in
Michael.
it.
It's just so awesome. So many great scenes, so many great lines. I mean, it's 3 hours long, but it just keeps its pace.
Yeah, this is not fair. I think you've given me twice as much time. Like, all of the movies that you've given me are over 2-3 hours long.
I know, I planned
Mine are like 90-minute comedies.
As you can see,
not fair.
We've definitely had a difference in the films we haven't seen yet, so... Anyway, that does it.
That was it. All right.
I don't know if we can mention, hey, can you let us know of any films we haven't seen yet? Because they don't know which ones we haven't seen yet. So let us know what you think of the films.
You just really berate us some more for never having seen these ones. So
yeah, and then we'll catch you guys next time, and we'll let you know what we thought of the films we watched. So, till next time, guys. Peace out.